Hello and welcome to Couples Drive, where married couples share their stories from when they met, courted, got married, and beyond. I'm your host, Ato Boyan. Today we're going to continue from where we left off with Gina and Malcolm. This is part 2 of my ride with them. Take a look.
But now, it's everything everywhere.
That I didn't know, and I give you props for that.
Did it take you so long to get back to him?
Oh, I wasn't interested.
Oh, you weren't? Uh-huh.
Before, I didn't know this. When he makes his own food.
Okay.
And I cook my own food too. I mean, when I was living by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fancy about food. So whatever I get, I eat. Sometimes I don't even cook. I can be in the house for like a whole year and not cook anything, or even cook and then it will stay in the freezer for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
But for him, he likes fresh
meal
every day. Now, one thing about him is, you see the way he is. He will eat the same way. So when the food is running down, he will refer me to as if I'm a mother. I have to make sure there's food and in the house and stuff. But I also say to him, you're eating the food, so you have to let me know it's, you're going low on it, and then I'll make you new one, because sometimes I come home, I'm so tired, I don't even look. I have to go to bed so I'll be able to wake up and go to work tomorrow. So that's one thing that I didn't know, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's a bother, but
it's adjustment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and for me it's really hard to adjust. It will take some time for me to.
But how have you been doing so far?
So far so good. I'm trying to check the refrigerator every second to see if there's food in there, so there won't be any commotion. Right?
You're doing well.
Malcolm, do you agree, and what would you say about that?
Yeah, I agree to that. It's living together with someone, and that person's not just anybody. It's your wife, your life partner, your second self.
Right.
That's how I would call it. It's not simple. It's a big challenge. It's a big adjustment. I mean, every single step you take now, you're supposed not to think for yourself and the person, and not just think for the person, just like anyhow. You think for the person at your level or more. Okay. Every decision you make, you must let her know. It's very big. It's not very simple. It's imperative that before anybody gets into marriage, they have to be mindful of this, because this is like the most important part. Because if this thing of not trusting each other or not communicating and letting your other partner know what you're doing, it's
You're talking about the food issue.
No, not just the food.
No, I'm talking about something that
you didn't realize when you got
about
into
marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for you.
Okay. It's not just anything. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go do this. I have to tell her. Listen, you have to tell her. You have to sit. You have to discuss, because if it goes bad for you and her.
Okay.
If it goes good for you and her. So if it goes bad, you're not going to take it on your own, because you can't take it on your own. Because
it's a
you going down
decision,
means
right?
you dragging her down.
Right.
And I wouldn't say it's a burden. I would say it's tough. It's not simple.
Tough in what sense? Like you having to consult or
let's see.
Yeah.
Consult all the time, right? And when the decisions are made, right? You follow the decisions through, right? Then there will be understanding and no fights or arguments. You understand? It's not. You see, before I used to do everything like, oh, I want to go do this. Yo, let's go, just go do that. I want to go do that. Just move, go do that without thinking about anything. But now every single step, you have to think about your partner.
right?
Every single step. It's not easy, but
It's doable.
it's doable.
Okay.
That's how I want to put it out. It's not easy, it's doable. Yeah.
Yeah, to add to what he just said, for me it was difficult, really difficult, because I didn't understand why. I used to do things by myself. Why do I have to, and he is mindful of that.
Okay.
Even before we got married, so it was, I don't say constant argument, but it became an issue for us every, now and then. And so it's hard to adjust to that part where you have to. With other stuff, it's okay. It's easy to do. Like, you come home, you have to cook and clean for yourself and somebody else, and it's okay. But making decisions, come on, if you've been independent for a long time. And
now you have to consult.
Yes, so you have to consult somebody. You ask yourself, why do I have to consult this person?
Okay.
And I know what I'm doing is right. It will yield profit. So why do I have to consult him or her? That's what the problem is. And then if you're ahead of yourself, you make the decision, and though it's a good decision, but it doesn't work for the other person. So you almost always have to
compromise somewhere.
Yes, it takes time. And I would say to people who are, planning to get married, if your partner to be is not, it's not doing that, don't push it. Just give them time.
Okay.
Because it takes time to make those changes. You can't expect you can't change things around within a split second. It doesn't work like that. So it would take some time.
I'll say it got a little tougher when we got married, because now
you have to
before we got married, it's like only the big major things that we have to know. Okay, listen, we're doing this, we're doing that, because listen, as much as we married, we are one. We both had the way we wanted to do our things, and do our things in the timely manner was also different. You understand?
Yeah.
Then you meet the person, you want to be with the person,
and everything changes.
Everything is changing, and you don't want it, but you have to adjust to the person too. And so it's all about being on a middle ground.
Okay.
So when we got married, now even the littlest thing is also compounding to that problem.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Now I'm saying it's a big problem, but it's a huge adjustment.
Right.
That's
good.
It's so hard, and
Okay.
that part is really hard.
And
I mean, when you get in and he's expecting something from you, and you're not aware of it, and maybe you do it differently, and he wants you to do it his way.
having that meeting ground.
Yes, it becomes a big.
And so, what do you think has helped in the effort to really have that meeting ground, or to be able to adjust? Love. Okay.
That's the only solution. If you don't love the person and you're not ready to compromise, which is sacrifice,
you can't do it.
You can't do it. forget it.
You simply cannot do it.
There's no way. You can't do it. You can't even last a day.
Okay, so ultimately, love conquers everything.
Conquers everything. Because,
and then
you'll be angry, you'll be kicking, screaming, this and that, all of that. But at the end of the day, listen, you love the person no matter what.
And every time as Christians, right, you have to seek the counsel of God.
Okay.
Yes. I tend to do that because, you know, as we all work, sometimes it's really hard at our workplaces, and human knowledge alone cannot help you. Yes. So you have to seek the counsel of God to be able to, you know, finish what you have to finish.
Okay.
So once you do that, you are good to go.
While you guys were getting to know each other, was it difficult for you?
It was difficult.
How so?
It wasn't okay. It wasn't too difficult for me. It's like it was a new experience. Like any other human being, a new experience.
What do you mean a new experience? Was that the first time you going out with a woman or
no? Okay, not necessarily going out first time with a woman. New experience because every single human being is different.
Right.
Okay. So it's a new experience with me with her.
Oh, okay.
So it was an exciting one, and it was really was really into her. So every step of the way was great. But sometimes, you know, there's arguments and fights, and that's normal with everybody. But for me, it was great knowing her.
For me, it was great, but it wasn't normal because we could argue. People see us outside and they think, oh, look at them, they look so good together, and yeah. But
you had
when we're alone, we argue. We argue a lot.
Isn't it the same with every relationship? But
I don't know. Some people. Every relationship is different.
Right.
For me, I think I know. I'm sometimes too strong-headed.
Okay.
You know, so sometimes he would say something, and I'm thinking, no, dude, I do it this way, and that brings the
conflict between it.
Yes. Okay. So we would go back and forth until I'm like, you know what, just do whatever you want and let's settle it. So yeah, it was interesting, but a little difficult for me having to change everything for somebody else. And no, I wasn't used to that.
But do you think it's worth it?
It's worth it. No, it's really worth it. If I let this guy go, I'll be what?
You're doing it for the brothers, man. All right, keep it up for the brothers. That's good. All right.
If my friend took him today, I'll be in.
You'll be crying.
I'll be crying. Okay. I will be crying.
Awesome. So now let me ask you guys this: what do you think? Some of the things that you guys should do, or you are going to do, or you plan to do, to ensure that there is always peace at home.
That's the thing. Communication.
Communication. You have to communicate.
Don't leave anything out.
Yeah.
What do you mean don't leave anything out?
You say.
I mean, like
you tell it all.
They tell like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. You discuss. You talk about
it's
it.
not. I'm not saying like every single thing you do, you have to tell it.
So you don't tell me everything?
Oh, so I'm going to pee after telling you?
Maybe you might need help.
Every day.
You might need help.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, like most major decisions, right? Tell it all. Don't tell some and leave out some. Because if you tell some, whatever you left out will come out.
Will come out eventually.
So it would not make you look trustworthy.
Okay.
And when that loses out, every single thing else will fall off.
Okay.
Yeah, it builds up.
Yeah,
and
that's
and to add to what he just said.
Not that we've not made mistakes, both of us. We've made mistakes on that side.
But you've
learned.
We've learned from it.
Okay.
Because in the beginning, it was a lot of arguments, this and that, because of these things. You understand? But now...
Would you say those things were like trivial compared to what you guys were building? Like,
yeah, I would say that. It was kind of trivial.
Okay.
But that's what I said, like, now we're married, it's on another level, it's on another scale. But because we're able to take off those little stuff and learn each other from those little stuff, now we're married, now it's easier. Because I know if I leave this one out, Mom, Gina found out, she could have been like, why you didn't tell me? You should have told me. You understand? And it's not like, as I said, the man is the head of the house. Don't let it get into your head too much because you're the head of the house. So, you know, whatever you say goes. No, you can be wrong. I tried it one time. It did not work that way. I was wrong. And she was the one who had my back, and she got me out.
Okay.
You understand? Even though sometimes you have good ideas and all that, still consult her. Listen, what do you think? Oh, no, maybe if you do it this way, it'll be better. I say, yeah, probably you're right. You know what? Let's try it your way. Right? You try it her way, it works out good for you. There's peace in the house. Sometimes you know that you were right, but she keeps saying, oh, let's try this way. Then you show her why hers is not
the right way.
But don't go and be like, hey, you know what? I said it, so don't shut up. And it's not going to work. Don't let your pride lead you in your decisions.
Okay.
Because as much as you have a brain, she also has a brain. Even though God gave me the 8 ribs and all that.
The 8 what?
8 ribs.
8 ribs?
Yeah.
But you have 7. You have 7 now.
From 1, they gave it to you.
Yeah, that's why you have 7.
Yeah. That's why you have 7. And you have 1.
No. So yeah, to add to his, the reason why we used to have a convos was that, you see, when you, again, it comes back to when you're living alone or you've lived all your life alone. At the time, we weren't married, so he wanted us to, you know, it's like he wanted the real deal, he wanted to set up that foundation, and I didn't get it. And I keep telling you, we're not married. Why should I tell you stuff about me, stuff that are really important to me about you? When we get married, then that's a different issue.
Okay.
But now we got married, and I realized what he was saying was right.
Okay.
But at the same time, you have to be mindful because not all relationship leads to marriage.
Right.
So imagine you've told everything to this person and it doesn't work out. Okay. As human beings, the least thing you do when there's the slightest friction between the two of you, everything is going to be spilled out.
Right.
So you keep, you know.
So that was actually what was causing you to hold back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But after you get married, everything have to flow.
Okay.
And I also would say, before you get married, I say court for a while. Don't court for like 2 months, 3 months. 2 months, 3 months, you wouldn't know the person.
But don't you think? Don't you think like when you said the moment you saw her, you realized this is, you know.
Yeah.
So
yes, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said before. The moment I knew it was her, but I had to solidify it. Okay. It's like you have a house. You want to build your house. You buy the land. You know, like, okay, this is the area I want to stay at. So you buy the land over there. But before you build the building, you have to check the soil and see. Listen.
So would anything have change your mind?
It would have been difficult.
Okay. No, mine is, if God says that's yours, that's yours.
Okay.
Because no matter what I did, we're not telling you all the story, right? Okay. This guy right here, I put him through hell. So
why are you leaving some of the story out?
No, so the thing is, if it's yours, it's yours.
Malcolm, so you must have suffered real good.
I tell you what, listen, 2 months. For her to just say, okay, let's go. If it wasn't like a day, it's a wedding in the church.
In your church.
Yeah.
So you know what? Okay, no, meet me over there. We'll see. We'll see where it goes from there.
I have pushed him away countless times. It's not a joke.
And this guy kept coming back.
Oh, I even told him I'm married. He should leave me alone. I
She
sent
did.
a message to him that I'm married. He should leave me alone. And then I called my friend and told her, you know what, just don't say that to him yet.
Malcolm, when you got that text message, how was it like for you?
I said, no way. I said, no way.
But you just if it that's what I'm saying. When it's yours, it's yours. And then also you have to keep, as I always go back to the Bible, you have to keep praying.
Okay.
Not that you've had it and see, if I wasn't praying, I wouldn't know that's his mind.
Right.
I kept pushing him away.
Right.
At the same time, I was praying that if this guy is not, I told God, this guy is not leaving me alone. If he's mine, just show me something. So
And
that
it
was,
worked out.
yes, that was the whole thing. Otherwise, no. If I did it with my own will, he would have been gone. I would have just pushed him aside.
So
Like
God
that.
is good.
God is good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you guys are enjoying marriage now. I'm very excited for you
He's
guys.
such a wonderful man.
He is,
Yeah.
and I believe she is too.
She's the best.
Gina,
Hey.
this is the time you get
You
your
see,
five.
you're saying I'm the best, so it's being recorded. Next time you tell me something different.
I don't want me to tell you different.
Hey, welcome back. That is the final part of my read with Gina and Malcolm, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it as usual. Couples drive, learning, educating, and entertaining. So I hope you picked something up. I'll see you next time with another couple. Until then, let's keep love alive. God bless.